What is up, guys? Minash here with another video, and today it's going to be all about Warlock. Now, I recently pulled Warlock from a featured 5-star crystal, and I gotta say, I am absolutely loving this guy. I mean, just the amount of matchups he can handle, his utility is actually insane. And the more I play with him, the more he impresses me, and I've learned a couple new tricks that I'm going to share with you in this video. Now, the first one being that, I'm sure a lot of us already know that he can chain his heavy attack as long as the opponent is in the corner and they don't have more than a bar of power. But one thing I recently discovered as well is that he can chain his heavy attack to his special 2. So you launch your R2, and then right after that last hit connects, you charge your heavy attack, and it'll pretty much always land as long as the opponent is backed up against the wall and can't punish you with the special or doesn't evade it some way. So I found this is a pretty good way just to utilize him without relying on parries or intercepting. Although he's actually also a really good interceptor. As you'll see in the next clip, I was just using backdraft intercepting, where I'm basically just tapping and dashing back. It's just tap, 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 dash back, repeat. That's literally all I'm doing, and I think it's pretty OP how well it works. Although this form of intercepting is not 100% reliable, I did get hit twice out of, I don't know, maybe 40-50 times. So for now, I'll just say it's got about a 95% success rate. But yeah, as you can see here, Warlock is just absolutely dominating the fight. I don't have to worry about parrying too much, or even baiting specials isn't a problem, because this mechanic makes it really cool for matchups where the opponent has a consistent regen, such as Sabertooth, because you'll pretty much be draining his power throughout the fight, which allows you to stay very aggressive and dominate the opponent. Keep them in the corner, keep the power drained, and just keep on doing simple intercepts, without too much worrying about, any other mechanics. It's not really as effective as Magic, because, Magic has a power lock, whereas Warlock is only doing power control whilst the opponent is generating. But it's still a pretty fun thing to use. You can also do it on any champ. You just have to bait specials, when they have the bar of power. So the next fight's going to be against Emma Frost, and I found this interaction pretty interesting. His ability accuracy reduction also works on her inverse controls, although this actually makes it a bit more difficult to fight her, because it's not always guaranteed whether you have 1 or 3 infections. So sometimes it can be reversed, sometimes it won't be, and it can catch you off guard pretty quickly. So you just gotta be careful when you're fighting Emma Frost with him. But otherwise, he doesn't seem to have many bad matchups, which is also a good thing. So yeah, I'm really having a good time with Warlock. I'm just finding out more interesting stuff he can do. I've only been playing with him for about 5 days, and he just keeps on impressing me. Like, it's actually insane how many fights he can handle. And I can see him being a very valuable tool for future content. You can do a lot of troublesome fights fairly easily, and he's also just really fun to play. Oh, and to do with these heavy, the other thing you just gotta be careful of is that you're near enough to the opponent. Because sometimes after you throw the heavy, he'll be a little bit further than he was before. So you just need to make sure that you're close enough before you throw it, because you can get caught, if you're throwing it a lot. I really do hope this is working as intended, because it makes me want to rank 5 him even more. And also, it's just fun to play around with. The last thing I want to see is patch notes saying, fixed an issue where Warlock could chain heavy to special 2 or some crap. But yeah, I was a little bit hesitant at first to make this video with all the talks about nerfing and speed and cadence and whatnot. But it's not something that's exclusive to Warlock. I know Civil Warrior and Ghost can also chain a heavy to the special 2. It's just that with Warlock being such a good champ and having a good power drain mechanic allows you to do it a lot more consistently. And also, I mean, those bleeds do pretty decent damage, and that heavy can hit pretty hard with those armor breaks. So it's also a pretty good way to maximize his damage output, you know, do more damage in less time. And with Warlock, the more aggressive you can be, the better, because it's going to be a lot easier for you to maintain those infections, to keep the ability accuracy lowered, and just generally have a good time. And in this last fight, I was just having a bit of fun, just sort of trolling Wolverine in Realm of Legends, using his own attack against him. That's going to be me for today. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment, like and subscribe if you want more, and I'll check you soon.